All right, so I think I told you guys to look at all the denominators for this whenever you're trying to solve for these things. There's only one denominator here, it's the u. So I'm going to multiply everything by u, okay? So here's a negative 6 times u plus 35 over u times u equals to a u minus 8 times a u. Now let's go ahead and do all this work here. So it's going to be negative 6u plus 35, because these will cancel out, equals to u squared minus 8u. Now let's add 6u to both sides, plus 6u here. We get 35, because this will cancel, equals to u squared minus 2u. And then we'll subtract 35. Remember, whenever we're trying to solve, we want to set one thing equal to 0. So there you go, because this cancels out. That's u squared minus 2u minus 35. Now, in order to solve this, we're just going to factor using the x method. So by x method, this will become a negative 35 up here and a negative 2 here, which makes that a negative 7 and a positive 5. So this would be a u minus 7, u plus 5. So u minus 7 would be equal to 0, or u plus 5 had to equal to 0. So either u equals 7 or u equals negative 5. So just to kind of write it out properly, negative 5 and 7 are the correct answers. Now, there's the first one. This one wasn't too bad because it was only one denominator, so I just picked the only ones that were there. Sometimes you have matching denominators, so it's kind of like the one that we're about to do right now, where it says solve for y. And the problem looks like this. It's 8 over y squared minus 6y plus 8 equals to 1 over y minus 4 plus 5 over y minus 2. Now, one of the first things you're going to want to do is whenever you see a denominator that looks like this, you're going to want to factor it out. So let's go ahead and factor that out. That's going to be a positive 8 here, a negative 6. That would be a negative 4 and a negative 2. So let me rewrite this. 8 over y minus 4, y minus 2 equals to 1 over y minus 4 plus 5 over y minus 2. Now remember, I told you guys that you want to multiply by all the denominators. Notice how there's a y minus 4, there's a y minus 2, right? So that's what I'm going to multiply by, a y minus 4 and a y minus 2. So it's going to look a little weird, but here it is. It's going to look like 8 over y minus 4, y minus 2 times y minus 4, y minus 2. Now, if you're wondering why did I pick those, well, look, there's a y minus 4 here and here. There's a y minus 2 here and here. So that's why I'm putting those as the things I'm multiplying by. So this would be 1 over y minus 4. Now up here, I'm going to multiply by y minus 4 times y minus 2 again. And then plus 5 over y minus 2 times y minus 4, y minus 2. Now you're going to notice something really nice that happens here. This cancels with that. This cancels with that. This cancels with this, and this cancels with that. So a whole bunch of stuff is going to disappear. Over here, we're just going to have 8. On the right side, we're just going to have a y minus 2 times 1, which is just that, and then 5 times y minus 4. So 8 is equal to y minus 2 plus 5y minus 20. So 8 is equal to 6y minus 22. So we'll add 22 to both sides. So 30 is equal to 6y. So if you divide by 6, you get y equal to 5. So there's your answer. Y would have to equal 5. So we had one more question that was asked. And let's write this out really quick. We're solving for V. Okay, so V over V plus 6 is equal to V plus 30 over V squared minus 36 minus 3 over V minus 6. Now, I want you guys to notice again that there is something that I can factor on the bottom. If you can factor something, do it. So this is a difference of two squares. So V squared minus 36 is the same as V squared minus 6 squared, which would be V minus 6, V plus 6. So let me rewrite that. V over V plus 6 is equal to V plus 30. I'm not going to leave it like this. Over V minus 6, V plus 6, minus 3 over V minus 6. Okay, now notice I have matching parts here, right? The V plus 6's, sorry, let me get rid of that. And then I have the V minus 6's. So those parts match up. So that's what I'm going to multiply by, okay, those denominators. So V over V plus 6, and then multiply by V minus 6, V plus 6 equals to V plus 30 over V minus 6, V plus 6 times V minus 6, V plus 6 minus 3 over V minus 6 times V minus 6, V plus 6. Okay, and again, the nice thing about doing that is you can cancel stuff out. So V minus 6, V plus 6, V minus 6. So this is what I end up with. V times V minus 6 equals to V plus 30 minus 3 times V plus 6. Now let's work that out. That's V squared minus 6V equals to V plus 30 minus 3V minus 18. So V squared minus 6V equals to negative 2V. 30 minus 18 will be a 12. Now let's move everything over to the left. So we'll add 2V to both sides. So that's V squared minus 4V equals to 12. And then we'll subtract 12 on both sides. Now notice there's no like term on the left, so it's just going to be V squared minus 4V minus 12 equals to 0. All right, so let's get this trinomial and factor it. So we have a negative 12 here, a negative 4 there, so that'd be a negative 6 and a positive 2. So this will be V minus 6, V plus 2 equal to 0. Now go ahead and set both of these things up so that you can solve them. So we get that V must equal to 6 and V must equal to negative 2. So to write your answers properly, you need to put a negative 2, comma, and a 6. I think they make you separate them by commas in the program. So there you go. This is what it would look like, your two solutions for that problem. If you have any more questions, please let me know.